Amid uncertainty surrounding SNAP benefits, a woman in Littleton is bringing some relief to families. How she got her start and what she has in store next. Ahead of Veterans Day, communities across the state are honoring those who have served, and there's more events planned for Tuesday. Cold temps down in the 20s to start your Sunday. We're taking a live look outside of Spear and Logan, but there's a warm-up coming in the week ahead. Thank you so much for being here, spending part of your Sunday with us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. Let's send things on over to Weather Impact meteorologist Keely Chalmers. Keely, this weather is like just making me cold just thinking about it.
Oh yeah, definitely grab a coat if you're heading out anytime soon. Temperatures are cold, yeah, 20s right now, just creeping into the 30s, and then we're going to top out in the 40s in many areas across the plains. So it is a chilly day, but yeah, big warm up after today. Beautiful shot as we take a live look up in the mountains near Loveland Pass. 31 degrees right now outside 9 News Studios, DIA as well, still below freezing in the 20s, Centennial and Central Park. So we are going to be warming up, but yeah, it is going to be, no question, a chilly day, a chilly start, 20s and 30s across the plains, teens and 20s up in the mountains on this Sunday morning. So we do have snow over the Great Lakes, but for the most part, we are dry across much of the country. We have a ridge of high pressure just dominating our weather. That's going to continue to be the case here in Colorado, as we really only have moisture in the form of some high clouds today. So expect a chilly day that tops our weather headlines, sunny and dry. Warm, though, ahead, and actually possibly some snow in the forecast. We'll talk more about that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you so much. A traffic impact alert for you this morning. Denver police have closed a ramp to I-25 to investigate a deadly crash. They posted about the crash just after 4:30. Co-Trip had a picture from the scene on the I-225 southbound to I-25 southbound ramp. One car crashed. DPD says 2 people died. The southbound ramp to I-25 south is closed right now. Taking a live look over the nation's capital this morning as we enter day 40 of the government shutdown. The U.S. Senate is scheduled to meet for a second rare weekend session today. It's happening at 10 o'clock our time. This comes after an unsuccessful meeting yesterday on Capitol Hill. The shutdown is taking a toll on the country as airlines cancel flights and SNAP benefits are delayed for millions. Colorado's Department of Human Services is reporting that about 32,000 SNAP recipients in the state did get their full benefits for November. That was just before the Supreme Court granted a request from the Trump administration Friday night to temporarily block the government from fully funding the program. Now they're waiting on new guidance from the USDA. 32,000, though, that's just a fraction of the 600,000 people in Colorado who rely on the program. We have seen all kinds of community-driven efforts to collect food and donations for families who rely on that assistance. And one mother in Littleton knows even just a little bit can really go a long way. So with $100, Christy McMurray here started a food pantry, yep, right there in her front yard. She says after starting the pantry, she just made a post on Facebook asking for donations. Well, within hours, those donations started to pour in. She says that she hopes it can be a possible relief for families whose SNAP benefits are still delayed because of the shutdown.
My heart was like so worried and breaking for so many families and individuals that had to be worried about where their next meal was going to come from.
Now with Thanksgiving right around the corner, Christy tells us they're going to start collecting things to make holiday baskets as well. You can find more information on how to connect with Christy and her food pantry right now on 9news.com. And in Jefferson County, hundreds of people came together to help fill their pantries too. Those community donations are going to be distributed to 8 new school pantries by Wednesday. Volunteers spent the day yesterday collecting and boxing all of that food. About 22,000 households rely on SNAP benefits to buy groceries in Jeffco. The project was started to support them while they wait for their benefits. The donations will be spread throughout the district from Arvada High School up north all the way to Dakota Ridge High School down south. We have a full list of those locations and times on 9news.com. The shutdown is putting a strain on air travel as well. For the past 2 days, more than 1,000 flights have been canceled all around the country after the FAA mandated an air travel slowdown. And that continues today at DIA, where we've already got 66 canceled flights this morning. Most of the canceled flights are domestic, often connections to smaller cities. But we really haven't seen that chaos that was predicted. Most people are getting notifications that their flights are canceled while they're still home, so they're not going to the airport. But DIA is still topping a nationwide list for those canceled flights. This was first reported by our news partners at the Denver Business Journal. Denver International Airport ranked 4th among U.S. airports for canceled flights on Friday. According to FlightAware, that dropped to 9th yesterday. And as of this morning, we're still sitting in the top 5, even though that could change throughout the day. The 3 airlines with the most cancellations since Friday, it's going to be American, United, and Delta Airlines. Looking ahead to tomorrow, Denver City Council is set to vote on the final budget for Denver. Mayor Mike Johnston okayed the changes on Friday, meaning it's likely going to pass. This week, City Council voted to dip into the city's contingency funds to reverse Johnston's cuts to the clerk and recorder's office and to fund work programs for the homeless. Also, 2 amendments to pull $9 million from DPD's budget and use it for homelessness programs narrowly failed. Chief Ron Thomas said cutting those funds would have a, quote, staggering impact.
The number of officers that we have on our department, I think, directly relates to some of the public safety impacts that we've had are significant reductions in auto thefts, homicides, non-fatal shootings. All of that work takes people. And so to not have those people focused on that work, I think would detract from public safety.
Right now, the city is working to fix a $200 million budget deficit. Denver City Council meets tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon. A local food pantry in Louisville is working to make their experience more welcoming for families in need. Community Food Share recently remodeled its Feeding Families food pantry to feel more just kind of like a neighborhood grocery store. The updates include a more welcoming lobby, added privacy during check-in, and an easier registration process. Community Food Share says the goal is to make getting food just feel more comfortable and dignified for everyone who walks through those doors.
People are, when they're coming into our food bank, they're at, sometimes their lowest point, right? And just giving them that opportunity to say, I want this, I don't want that. I think it just gives them a little bit of power.
Tomorrow on 9 News at 4, we hear from one mom who says this pantry has been a lifeline for her family as she waits for SNAP benefits to roll out. If you are looking for a way to help Coloradans in need, our 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive is happening right now. We're teaming up with King Soopers and local food banks to raise money for Coloradans facing food insecurity. Our goal is to raise $750,000 this year, and that's enough for more than 2 million meals for people in need. You can scan this QR code right here on your screen. That'll take you to our donation page. You can also donate when you're checking out at King Soopers.